that we have been in this process of negotiations. And then we have ended up, after a decade and more, ended up with nothing. I see hope in you more than I see hope in the negotiators. I really see that. Let me speak very frankly. Often what happens with people like us, politicians, the adults, they are bound by rules. Diplomacy, we can't speak our minds freely. But let's just speak our minds freely. And let's just say, what is really going on here? People have been negotiating on climate change to see, who's going to get what, who's going to lose what. This is not, as I said, this is not an issue we can negotiate. I can speak like this because, like you as young people, you're not so much bound by the rules. Us, as a small island nation with just 300,000 people, among the world community, we can sometimes break the rules and can talk freely. This is why I'm speaking like this. It's very sad to see, the developing countries putting everything. Well, I'm not trying to. I hope when I go out, the group that I belong is not just going to say, okay, you no longer belong with us. I hope they're not going to do that. But often what happens, the developing countries, they keep saying the same thing, repeating the same statements, playing a blame game where the developed countries have done this and that and that. Yes, it's true, the developed countries have done a lot. The climate has been damaged by the actions of the developed countries. But the same thing is happening with the developments that we are on in the developing countries. This is something that we need to act together. It's not just something for the developed countries, and it's not something for the developing countries. So I hope that the term negotiations are taken out soon in this process, and then we start communicating to each other in a frank and open manner. Or maybe then we end up with results. I'm sure if you are left to make choices and make decisions in these rooms, I'm sure you probably would make better decisions than what's going to happen in the rooms.